Part number 1. What is Kleftiko and where it is located? Kleftiko is a paradisiac bay located in southwestern Milos. It is usually well protected from winds, especially the north ones. It has 3 major coves and some smaller ones. The name Kleftiko comes from the Greek word kleftis, which means thief, and was given due to the pirates who used the caves as their hideouts. Accessing Kleftiko by land is not easy, yet it's not impossible. Most people visit Kleftiko with tourist tours using boats or yachts. Most of these tours are available only during the high season. They mostly start from Adamantas and they usually include a tour to the cave of Sikia. Their average duration is about 6 to 8 hours. Part number 2. How to visit Kleftiko by land. There is a hiking trail to visit Kleftiko, but in order to get to the beginning of the trail, we have to first drive to the southwestern part of the island. The roads of the western part of the island are not in the best condition though. So let's take a look on the map of Milos in order to realize some things. Kleftiko is located here on the pin in the southwestern corner of the island. Most visitors though usually stay in the eastern part of Milos, in Plaka, Adamantas or other villages. So they have to drive until this point where the access for the hiking path to Kleftiko is located. Here they can park their vehicle and hike to the final destination. But how do you drive until here? Let's make this clear. All the roads of the island after Archivadolimni leading to the west are dirt roads and they're not in the best condition. But still, we have 2 different options in order to drive until the hiking trail's entrance to Kleftiko. The first is the northern one. It's about 15 minutes drive until the entrance for the hiking path without the time that you need for hiking. The second option is to take the road that is passing from the coasts of the south. The issue here is that the road is in worse condition, especially next to Xylokeratia. The route though has wild beauty, passing from the Bay of Malolo and its impressive landscape, Katergo and its mystical fjords, and of course, the beautiful shore of Gerondas. The road until Gerondas is not in extremely bad condition, but it gets really bad just outside of Xylokeratia for about a couple of kilometers. A 4x4 SUV or an all-terrain quad bike vehicle are probably the only types of vehicle that can make it here, at least without risking too much. This is the only drawback of this route, otherwise it takes just 5 more minutes than the north one. In order to summarize, the option 1, the northern route, is in better condition, so it can be easier for people who don't have a quad bike or a 4x4 SUV. But again, these are the vehicles that are recommended because we are talking for a dirt road. The second option, the southern route, has many interesting places, but it is in worse condition, especially outside of Xylokeratia. A 4x4 SUV or a quad bike are must-have vehicles if you don't wish to risk Part number 3. The hiking path to Kleftiko and tips. The path goes among Mediterranean flora with breathtaking views of Kleftiko. The actual trail distance is about 2 kilometers, but you have to walk more, around 3 kilometers, because the path is not a straight line. After parking your vehicle, take with you only what you truly need in order to minimize your weight. Don't make the mistake to follow this dotted line of Google Maps or a seemingly deep path next to it, which is actually a gorge and can be even a death trap. Follow the white marks on the rocks. This is the real path and it can be seen on the map. Just follow the cursor here. The path ends to the characteristic natural canal in the first cove of Kleftiko. This is the only place where you can safely access the sea by land without approaching steep cliffs or entering gorges and streams. Milos is home to one of the most rare snakes in Europe, the red and grey vipers of Milos. So it is highly suggested to stick to the path and avoid walking through thick shrubbery, especially along stream beds. You should have in mind that Milos vipers love climbing up trees and bushes, especially in the period from the end of August to mid-November, and at night. They lie there and wait for passing or sleeping birds, so you should look carefully at branches in front of you, especially if you are strolling along a stream bed. It is highly recommended to use hiking shoes if you are going to hike to Kleftiko. Don't forget to also bring hats, sunblock and snorkeling gear. Finally, you should probably consider taking water shoes or flippers with you that might protect you from stepping on a sea urchin's spines. This is something that you would definitely not wish to happen, especially when you have to hike back to the parking. Many people probably start wondering, should I hike or should I take a boat tour in order to visit Kleftiko? Honestly, these are two completely different experiences that are not mutually exclusive. You can make them both, enjoying unique things and getting different views from each other. In any case, if you have time only for one visit to Kleftiko and you seek the strong points of each way to visit it, here you are. Visiting Kleftiko by land with a car and then hiking can be more adventurous. It can give you some wider, richer photo views and it can offer you more privacy, because most people are somehow lazy and they don't prefer hiking. Additionally, it can offer you higher flexibility because you are the one who is deciding for how much you're going to stay in its place, and at last but not least, it can save you a lot of money. On the other hand, visiting Kleftiko by land instead of taking a boat cruise can be somehow riskier, and of course it is going to require more energy from you. Furthermore, taking a boat tour will offer you the opportunity to see some extra places like the cave of Sikia, though if you love privacy you will have to book a much more expensive boat tour or to visit these places by land, preferably during the low season. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.